what's very good about the fact that a lot of protoss these days go very heavy on the ground army, just a bunch of speed zeals with weapons 1, of course, which really helps, and those couple archons. Those archons are going to be able to keep away the mutalisks. The mutalisks are not in a large enough number, and just one shot from an archon takes so much health off of one single mutalisk. Mutalisk again can run in, but there are 2 corsairs alongside those archons. That not really help out. Bisu now going to finally take this 2 o'clock base. Mutalisk trying to micro themselves around, trying to do something, trying to take out the probe, but that's not really going to happen. Archon gets a shot off on the Mutalisk. Okay, ZerO doing a good job, just trying to stay out of the range. The Archon takes another shot, and that's just not going to help, because of course those Archons have weapons 1, and that's so much damage that it can do. So finally, ZerO finally has some macro going, has a decent amount of Hydras on the ground, but he's going to really need a lot more. He's not going to be able to break the front, I think, at all. ZerO, Bisu has enough forces on the ground, he has quite a few Zealots. I think he's going to be getting some High Templar out soon. Has a robotic facility as well, so he might be thinking of some drops alongside fairly soon, or that could be simply to get the Observer, just in case the Lurker's going to come out to support the Hydras army that's going to be away. A lot of Scourge also in the air to try to catch those Corsairs and possibly, I don't know why I said that, that's just weird. Possibly the ground army. So Muta is going to come in again, Archon's in place, Muta is desperately trying to take some pot shots at those Zealots, but now there are enough Corsairs in the air. Scourge gonna move in, cannons in place, not gonna happen, not gonna happen. Scourge trying to support those Mutalisks in the air, just trying to force the Corsairs away from them, but there's Mutalisks not gonna be able to do a lot of damage. We're gonna see whether ZerO tries to go for the natural here. Honestly, I think at this point Bisu could just simply move out into the natural and crush it. He has a decent defensive position all over the place. He has some cannons. They're not at like a full defense, but they can still help him hold while he goes out and crushes ZerO, because ZerO, okay, mind you, he has a decent amount of army, at least 2 control groups of Hydras, I believe. They're gonna now start engaging some Archons. Zealots trying to hold them back. Archons now moving into position. Some Mutalisks now finally moving in, trying to snipe some Zealots. So, ZerO is gonna be able to hold this. One Archon goes down. Now, if he manages to take this one Archon as it moves in transition, he's gonna be in trouble. A lot of Corsairs are moving out, though, and they're instantly gonna push back along with those Zealots. High Templar now in place, so he's going to have Storms too, and that's going to be so dangerous. Also has some Dark Templar at random positions just waiting to catch ZerO off guard. ZerO now finally moving out with a bunch of Hydras, going to try to go for the kill. Just he knows he has to do some economic damage. He's only at 3 bases. Bisu now also on 3 bases. He has to move in and take out this base, or else he's going to have no chance whatsoever. He has some Mutos alongside those Hydras. Is actually going to move for this. Also has those Overlords to help out. Storm going off, and a lot of the Hydralisks taking out so many forces. Zealots also moving down, going to be able to do a lot of damage. His Hydras are trying to engage. ZerO not really microing his Hydras a lot, but I think there might actually be enough Hydras to help and prevent these Zealots moving in, but I think Bisu has such a short range of reinforcements. The High Templar and more Zealots are even moving in. Bisu slowly pushing ZerO back. ZerO not microing his Hydras enough. Simply going to lose a lot of forces. Has lost so many Overlords alongside, and Bisu has far too many Zealots. Going to push ZerO back and instantly push back towards his own base as well. Just going to force it back. He now is going to have 3 bases mining, and that's just, he's going to be able to produce such a huge amount of army. Just do so much damage. Now getting the observatory just in case ZerO decides to go for Lurkers. I believe he should have gone Lurkers in that assault. They really would have helped him out, because Bisu had nothing to detect but those cannons for him. So we're going to see whether ZerO goes for attack again. Give me a second, folks. I'm going to take a sip of water because this is freaking intense. Good for the throat. H2O, good for the throat. So Bisu, now the only thing he really needs to do is hold macro up, get upgrades, wait, and prevent expansion. ZerO just now getting Lurkers. I wonder if he didn't have a Lurker tech at that point ready, but as you see, ZerO not taking a 4th base. He really needs that 4th base because he's competing 3 bases against 3 bases. He has them in only at the lower left, but that's not too much. Bisu adding 2 more gateways. He's now at 10 gateways, I'm sorry. And with 10 gateways, he's going to be able to produce so many speeds. He's still only at weapons 1. This one Dark Templar is going to go out. ZerO microing. Still loses the Hydras though, despite the decent micro by him. Queen's Nest is up, also getting Hive Tech. So we're going to see whether he manages to utilize this a lot. But he is on 3 gases, so that is going to help him out. But honestly, he needs Defilers out there now. But at the same time, he really needs them for Plague mostly, because not a lot of Dragoons out in the field, only a couple. I saw Bisu produce a few just to help him to attack from range as the Zealots move in. But with the Dark Archons, Storms, and the huge amount of Zealots that Bisu has, Plague is really the only thing that he's going to be needing the Defiler for, because not much else is going to help him out. There are quite a few Dragoons on the field mine, so there's some damage prevention. And of course, Lurkers under Dark Swarm, that's anybody's friend. ZerO has a decent amount of army now, but Bisu now getting his mineral only, adding cannons all over the place, having a huge army moving around. ZerO finally trying to take the 4 o'clock base. Still morphing a bunch of lurkers, trying to get his army together, just gonna try to get a scout in, just trying to contain the middle, just trying to hold. That's really all he can do at this point. He has to try. What ZerO really got to do is try to contain Bisu in somehow, get us around, force the engagement, control the engagement. If he can manage to do that, Bisu could get caught off guard. He's going to have to take out the High Templar, because if High Templar in position, there you go, Storm going off, hitting a lurker, taking it down, hitting a few Hydras. ZerO doing a pretty decent job there. ZerO with a wider range of units, trying to just micro around, but so many Storms by Bisu, catching friggin' everything. Almost no Hydras now left alive. Some Dragoons lost in the battle, but Bisu reinforcing most of his Zealots still alive. Look at the face on ZerO. You can see, can't hardly believe he lost that. All the lurkers are going to get taken down. Took those observers in the air. And ZerO not going to be forced back into the base here at the 8 o'clock. Honestly, Bisu at this point can push in. ZerO does not have enough to defend. Bisu does not have to go for the 8 o'clock. He can simply, I think he can stream into the natural and take it out. As long as he keeps his observers alive, he's going to be in decent position. Still has some High Templar out in the field as well. Going to be able to storm plenty. I think if ZerO goes for a counterattack, it's not going to be successful enough. Bisu has far too much macro. He'll be able to reinforce very quickly. Even if ZerO goes for counterattack, because ZerO simply does not have the forces for it. Bisu is one step away. Skip that. Half a step away from winning this. ZerO being forced to morph in a bunch of seconds, and this is going to be it. Bisu is going to move towards this 8 o'clock position. High Templar moving in first. Oh man, this is going to be it. High Templar, Zealots, Archons, Dragoons, Storms going off on Hydras and everything. Drones were pulled off the line in time, but this is going to be it. Hydras trying to move in from the back, but simply not good enough. Sunken's morphing, but it's just horrible position. That 8 o'clock is also in jeopardy. No mining there, and a Zealot there slowly pushing at it. Look at the huge amount of Dragoons. This is where a Defiler really would have helped them out. A Defiler alongside for those lurkers. Defiler tech nowhere to be seen. This 8 o'clock is going down, and that's it. Bisu has clinched this game. No chance for ZerO at all to come back. Lurkers streaming in, but they die even before they burrow, and GG has come up. So Bisu takes it, getting some revenge for his loss to ZerO in the Lost Saga MSL. ZerO being effectively the guy that knocked him out in the final match, final game of his group. So there you go, 2-0 SKT1, and Bisu has a crap load of wins in the Pro League now. It's over 30, I believe, at this point, just up there with Jaedong and Flash. So great game overall. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Ranchin' out.